In 1989, Al Bielek came forward to reveal his participation in the astonishing Philadelphia experiment, and that he had survived time warping, invisibility, and electromagnetic zapping.
What is this machine?
Well, this is a time traveling machine. To start it up, we have a special key. Which we put in here.
This is actually called a Trix. So what this is basically another watch, but this contains all the DNA from other extraterrestrials. I could go through all the extraterrestrials and I just slap it like this, I would turn into them.
I was a child participant in DARPA's Project Pegasus, which was the U.S. time-space program at the time of the emergence of different forms of time travel in the U.S. defense technical community. It's been concealed from the American people.
Essentially meaning that the rate at which time passes can be sped up or slowed down is probably the simplest way to put it.
Time can be sped up or slowed down.
Correct.
Effectively resulting in time travel?
A man who claims he's a time traveller from the year 2030 has passed a lie detector test while revealing a number of weirdly specific predictions about the future. The man known as Noah, wonder if he's from the Ark.
In 1995, Dr. Anderson founded the Time Travel Research Center, today the world's most advanced research laboratory dedicated exclusively to the study and development of time control technology and its application.
You're a physicist. You were employed at a young age by the United States Air Force. This man's actually figuring out ways to stop time, and they could go forward faster and go backward, and all sorts of neat stuff that we're going to get into.
His people at Area 51, and they're there most of the time, and he is there off and on.
Most people think that time travel is impossible, but believe it or not, there's no law of physics preventing time travel. We now believe that the river of time may have whirlpools. The river of time may fork into two rivers, and the river of time may perhaps be bent like a pretzel.
Among the items he says he saw and handled were a piece of metal with really unique properties. The atoms, he said, were all aligned. It had a hardness and strength which could not be duplicated by human technology. He saw photographs and reports concerning autopsies performed on alien bodies.
Time travel is something you have to take very seriously, because Einstein's equations do allow for time travel. And they're blueprints, blueprints for different kinds of time travel designs that are compatible with Einstein's theory.
The Montauk Project, what was it? What is it? The Navy fighter aircraft were all equipped with the invisibility system, and the continuation of research begun during World War II on time travel. Very few people know that the Germans developed a working time machine in 1945.
We won't go without this machine, without that key.
Yeah.
And then we have safety switches on it. We have safety switches.
By 1968, the U.S. defense community had pioneered Tesla teleportation, which is the capability to open up a vortal tunnel in time-space through which somebody can pass. And by the fall of 1970, had found a way to adjust the time of the arrival of the individual via teleportation.
Right now, what we're doing is we can create a small self-contained, what we call time warp field. And within that field, we can accelerate the rate at which time passes or slow down the rate at which time passes relative to the time rate outside of the field.
His claims included private organisations knowing about time travel since 2003. Electric and self-driving cars will be everywhere, renewable energy will take off, and virtual reality will be all the rage.
He's not a time traveller, he's Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Many of our nation's top theoretical physicists insist that with a proper amount of energy, time travel is definitely going to be possible. Believe me, it's interesting.
It is true that time travel is possible within our laws of math and physics. The first products that most of your listeners will see in the marketplace will be time control devices. For example, They might see a chamber used in a hospital that has the ability to slow down time.
If you have an infinite cylinder and the cylinder rotates, and you dance around the cylinder like dancing around the maypole, you can also come back before you left and meet your parents before you're born.
Being at Area 51, having access to the TR-3B, the TR-6, I could make a time jump with either one of those vehicles, but they don't have to be authorized by the military.
Time and space are like a fabric, like rubber, like a trampoline net. However, if you stretch the trampoline net so much, it can rip, perhaps. Turn this trampoline net into a pretzel and allow yourself to go backwards in time.
They were going to strip me of all my memories, put me through the age regression equipment, reduce my physical size of the body and age to about 1 year, and then plug me into another family in the past, namely 1927, which is what it turned out to be.
This button here, that is when this is up, we can go either to the future, is up, or down for the past.
We have some remarkable technical capabilities that have been held back from the public that we could use to literally transform our society. And Nikola Tesla discovered a form of energy that he found was latent and pervasive throughout the entire physical universe.
The creation of a field that will allow you to accelerate or slow down the rate at which time passes. The generator that we use to create that field is called a time warp field generator.
All right, is electromagnetic energy involved?
Yes, it is.
I knew it.
When somebody's injured, they can be put into a chamber to slow the rate of time to prevent damage while treatment is being prepared. These are the types of time control products that will be fielded first into the real-world mass market.
And his name is Rock, and he's a gray alien. He acts as an envoy to the United States and the U.S. Air Force, and he has a detachment of his people at Area 51.
Phase 3 was the development and the continuing work on time tunnels, time research, and what could be done with it. Transporting yourself or an object through time, you maintain the same physical location reference.
When you array radiant energy and somebody jumps through it, their inertia opens up a vortal tunnel in time-space. There is no transformation of the individual, and the individual does not have to be traveling at the speed of light.
For those living in the United States, this type of work has been going on since as early as the 1960s all around the world. What's really exciting in the last 15 to 20 years is that the technological capabilities of the technologies have just grown exponentially.